Hi guys, and welcome to my review of Haikyuu chapter 285. If I look that little teary-eyed, it's because I just filmed Boku no Hero Academia, and if you watch that, I cried just talking about the chapter. So I don't know if I'm just emotional today, but if I start crying about when I talk about this chapter, that's probably just it. But no, it was a really good chapter. There are only two things I want to talk about in this chapter. Obviously, the first one is gonna be Tanaka. We finally got his moment. We left off last time with the little thing where Kageyama refused to comply with Tanaka's request of giving him less tosses, because Tanaka still has a lot of value, obviously. And Kageyama is just like, no, I'm not gonna stop tossing to you. I'm gonna usually like I usually do. And you have this whole build up to Tanaka having like used this cross and the bloggers being wary of it, and then Tanaka doing this super awesome, good as hell straight. And it was a really good moment. Like, I'm not gonna lie, it was, because I knew it was coming. Like, we knew Tanaka was gonna get his moment, and with the way they were setting up, I knew exactly what he was gonna do. And it was really, really great. A lot of build up to this. But I don't want to actually talk about this too much. I'm gonna talk a little bit about the I will live up to the trust/pressure you put on me. Quite an interesting translation from manga stream here. What I'm assuming that this means is just like that the kanji was one thing, and then the pronunciation or whatever is like the other thing, because you can have kanji that's like, yeah, like the double meaning that doesn't really get across in Western text, because, you know, we're not as artistic and we don't have that picturesque form of language. But yeah, but if that's it, it was very clever. Because yeah, that was a good thing, because it, you know, when Kageyama tells you something, he doesn't lie, and that's exactly what Tanaka is like writing on here. That he wasn't saying that just to cheer me up. Like, obviously Kageyama's telling the truth. If he says he's gonna keep tossing to me, then obviously I have value, because Kageyama only talks to people who he sees as people who can benefit a team. So Tanaka, instead of saying, well, okay, I'm gonna trust him, he's like, okay, I'm gonna live up to that. I'm gonna live up to the trust you put in me. And then he does what's required of him, and I really like that, because he seems to have been maybe not doubting himself this arc, or this match, but it's been like kind of on and off with Tanaka, and other people than him have been taking the spotlight when it felt like it should have been his moment. So that was really great, and obviously the visual as well, with him like jumping from one cliff to another, that was really good as well, because it kind of also shows like the mental jump he had to make there, from being like a little bit doubtful to being like, yes, I did it, I did something good. So that was really nice. But my favorite part of the chapter was actually Kageyama. You have the panel where you have everybody cheering, and then you have the big panel of Kageyama going like this. And my first thought, I swear to God, my first thought when I saw that was like, this is like someone who is commanding an army, like he's a battle commander. This is like Oikawa. And then the fucking next page, you have Oikawa. I was so shook. You have no clue. Because I was like, wow, he reminds me so much of Oikawa, and he's like the setter that Kageyama looks up to. So I thought that the fact that just made me think of him so much, it was such a great feeling for me to have that, like, wow, this is like Oikawa, and then see Oikawa in the next panel. Because Oikawa has this kind of unapologetic way of commanding his team, because Oikawa's a bit of a dick. I know a lot of people don't really like him. Like, one of my best friends, she's like, she loves Haikyuu, but she's like, I don't really like Oikawa, and I'm like, what, how, why? Because I love him. But I can see like why you wouldn't like him, because he is a bit like, yeah. But it really goes well with Mia being like, where did the goody two shoes go? Because Oikawa was not really like that, and this one panel is just, he looks so focused and like everything's just going according to plan. And that intimidates the other team because they have the upper hand in this match, or even in this moment. For Kageyama, man, he just demands such control and just fierce determination. It's crazy. And honestly, that one panel of Oikawa as well, it's so beautiful. I cannot, with the details on his face, the shadows and the lines. God, it's so good. But yeah, it really made me happy to have that comparison, because what Oikawa is very much what Kageyama needs to become, because Oikawa is the kind of person who knows he knows the players and then he pulls out the best in them. But he still does it like selfishly, because Kageyama had that, we talked about this like a year ago. Kageyama has had this like conflict of whether he should kind of give in to his actual personality, which is to be the king of the court, or if he should be a little more textbook and listen to other people's requests and do what they want to do rather than have him do what he thinks they can do. Because we have that entire thing with Tsukishima, and Kageyama be like, you're not really pulling out your full potential. But if Kageyama can learn to play like Oikawa, their entire team just turns it up. So that would be amazing. And then you have the last page as well, where Kageyama's getting ready to serve, and it's like, if he messes this up, Inazaki's gonna win, and you just know Kageyama's not gonna hold back. Oh my god, I'm so ready for this, you have no idea. Cause he looks in the zone. It's ridiculous. I can just feel like if you get close to him, you can just feel the aura around him just being like intense. It's so good. This chapter just made me like slightly intimidated by Kageyama, but at the same time I'm just like, wow, he's come so far. Because it's like he's almost gone full circle, where he started off as this arrogant king of the court trying to control everyone and dictate everything that happened, and then he kind of turned around from that and was like, ooh, I'm a team player, I'm so nice and cute. But that wasn't what they needed. They needed him to be that king of the court but not be so condescending about it. So he went back to what he was in the beginning, but a much better version of that, a version they could use. And I love that so much, because it's, instead of rejecting the person that he was, the kind of player he was, they turned him into, they let him be that, but in a way that's more beneficial for the team, and I love that so much. Instead of rejecting his quirks, they embrace them, and I love that. Because, it was really good. Yeah, okay. Did not cry, thankfully. I feel like I might cry when they win this match, like, because at this point it really does seem that way, even if they're still like 2 points, or 1 point behind. But it was damn good. But yeah, leave a like, leave a comment, subscribe if you want to, and we'll talk next week. And until then, bye.